One-sided relationships, navigating the imbalance and understanding the limits. Relationships are meant to be a mutual exchange of care, support, and effort. When one person continually gives while the other consistently takes, it can create a painful imbalance that leaves one party emotionally depleted and questioning their worth. These are known as one sided relationships, and while many people find themselves in such dynamics at some point in life, few know how to navigate them effectively or when it might be the time to walk away. This podcast explores that one sided relationships, what they are, why they occur, and the toll they may take on our mental and emotional well being. Also, how long can one realistically endure such an arrangement before it becomes unsustainable? We'll look at them through various lenses: romantic, platonic, as well as professional, and offer practical guidance for those seeking clarity and a peace of mind. So, what is a one sided relationship? A one sided relationship is an interpersonal connection where one person is significantly more invested than the other. This can manifest in various ways: emotional, labor, communication, planning, or support. While no relationship is perfectly balanced at all times, a healthy one sees both people alternating roles and contributions in a natural rhythm. When the imbalance becomes chronic, it often leads to dissatisfaction and emotional harm. Types of one sided relationships. Romantic. One partner is always initiating contact, expressing affection, or making plans. Friendships. One friend does all the emotional heavy lifting, listening and supporting without receiving the same in return. Family. One family member is always expected to call, visit, or provide support while others remain distant or disinterested. The workplace. A colleague takes credit, relies on your help, or emotionally drains you without reciprocating. Recognizing the signs. One sided relationships can sneak up on you. You may not realize you're the only one putting in the effort until you're emotionally exhausted or feel invisible. Here are some red flags. You initiate everything from texting and calling to planning meetups or resolving conflicts. Emotional drain. You feel more anxious or down after interactions instead of uplifted. Lack of support. When you need help or comfort, the other person is unavailable or dismissive. Imbalance in effort. You go out of your way to make things work while they remain passive. Unequal vulnerability. You open up and share deeply, but they stay guarded or uninterested. So, why do people stay in one sided relationships? Understanding why we tolerate one sided dynamics is key to breaking free from them. People often stay for a mix of emotional, psychological, and circumstantial reasons. Hope for change, believing the other person will eventually reciprocate. Fear of loneliness, choosing a flawed connection over none at all. History and attachment, shared memories, trauma bonds, or emotional dependence can make leaving difficult. Low self esteem, feeling unworthy of mutual love or care. Cultural and social pressures, expectations to maintain certain relationships regardless of their quality. So, is this fair? Fairness in relationships is about emotional equality, not keeping score, but ensuring both people feel seen, valued, and supported. Temporary imbalance is natural, especially during times of crisis or transition. However, when one person is sidelined, fairness ceases to exist. One sided relationship isn't inherently unfair if it's acknowledged and both parties are working to restore balance. But when the imbalance is ignored or normalized, it's unfair on your time, your energy, and your emotional health. Communication and boundaries. Often the first step towards change is honest communication. Expressing your needs clearly and respectfully can open the door to deeper understandings or, at the very least, clarity. Steps to navigate. Use I statements. I feel unappreciated when I'm always the one reaching out. Set realistic boundaries. Decide what you're no longer willing to tolerate. Observe their reaction. Are they defensive, dismissive, or receptive? If nothing changes after sincere efforts to communicate, it's a sign that your needs may not matter to the other person, or at least not enough for them to make an effort. So, what is the impact on our mental health? Being in a one sided relationship takes a toll over time. The emotional labor, self doubt, and neglect can manifest in serious mental health issues. Anxiety, constantly worrying about where you stand or how to fix things. Depression, feeling unloved or invisible can erode self worth. Burnout, giving too much without replenishment leads to emotional exhaustion. Loss of identity, you may begin to define your worth by the relationship rather than your own values. Therapy, journaling, or talking to supportive friends can help process these feelings and restore a sense of balance and agency. So, can one sided relationships really work? In rare cases, yes, but only when both parties are aware of the imbalance and are actively working towards addressing it. For example, during a partner's illness or after a major life event, it's natural for one person to carry more weight temporarily. But when the imbalance is indefinite and one person is always in the giving role, the relationship becomes unsustainable. Even the most empathetic, generous individual has limits. Without mutual investment, the relationship will more likely crumble or cause long term harm. Knowing when to let go. Letting go is never easy, especially where love or loyalty is involved. But recognizing when a relationship is no longer serving you is an act of self respect. Signs it's time. You've communicated your needs, nothing changes. You feel more pain than joy in the relationship. You're constantly drained, anxious, or second guessing yourself. Your personal growth is stunted. Letting go doesn't mean failure, it means choosing your well being. Healing after leaving. Once you've exited a one sided relationship, healing is essential. You may feel relief, grief, guilt, or confusion, or all of this is normal. Steps to rebuild. Self care. Prioritize your physical, mental, and emotional health. Affirm your worth. Remind yourself that you are deserving of mutual love and respect. Seek support. Therapy, support groups, or trusted friends can help you through this process. Reflect on lessons. What did the experience teach you about boundaries, needs, and resilience? One sided relationships are painful, but they can also be profound teachers. They shine a light on where we need stronger boundaries, more self love, and deeper discernment. While it's noble to love deeply and give generously, it should never come at a cost of your peace or your identity. Ultimately, you deserve relationships where you are valued, heard, and supported. Choosing to stay or to walk away requires courage, clarity, and compassion. No one can make that choice for you.